Water. It's said to be the most essential part of our lives, and I thought I'd test out this theory. We drink water in many forms of our lives. We try to drink water as much as we can because that's what we've been told to do. But I thought I'd look into this concept of drinking water all the time and see how it could impact me. I know from a young age I was not a very big water drinker. I absolutely do not like the flavor of water. Some people say it has a flavor, but I don't think it has a flavor at all. So as I grew up, I realized that water is an essential part because in my life personally, I felt always that I had a lack of energy. I have trouble focusing. I also just feel very dehydrated all the time. So obviously, as a cure to all of this, I was told to drink water. Genius Hour now is something that we've been doing in our technology class. Genius Hour is basically the concept of dedicating 1 hour every single week to one specific thing that interests you or could make your life better in some way, shape, or form. So I decided to choose water as the entity that I would be studying for my Genius Hour. Obviously, I did not spend a whole hour each week just gulping down water. That was not my intention, and that's not what I did. I used that hour of Genius Hour, basically, to write down how I'm going to approach planning out drinking water, what quantities of water I'm going to be doing, and how many times a day that I will be consuming this water. So during my 1 hour of Genius Hour, I basically did some research, and I found that drinking water is a part of a habit that you have to form. So my first step was to create this healthy habit for myself. I had trouble kind of regulating myself when it came to this healthy drinking habit because it wasn't necessarily something that I was used to. I didn't really enjoy doing it, so I had to use multiple types of ways to kind of regulate this water drinking. I started off by putting on alarms. I started off by having a calendar where I would put a little red dot every single time I would drink a whole water bottle, which is 500 milliliters. So once I drank that entire water bottle, I finished off by giving myself a little red dots as a form of achievement. So this was great in the first few days. I did kind of start getting into the hang of it, but obviously because it was not a habit yet, and a habit is basically defined by a routine action that takes place commonly, and it's something that's an essential part of your life. So this was not obviously an essential part of my life yet. So I tried to get myself into this habit making through water with constant check-ins with myself, and that calendar was a constant check-in with myself. So I learned a lot about myself through this process of drinking water because I realized that habits are not easy to make unless you're really willing to put in that effort. And once I did put in that effort, I kind of sowed the benefits from it because I realized that I did wake up a lot more alert as soon as I drank water first instead of coffee, is what I would have previously done. And then I went in and drank water regularly throughout my day and noticed how that made a difference in my life. And I realized I had a bigger attention span, so I wasn't as easily distracted because I was hydrated. Hydration was something that I was very lacking in my life, and once I kind of put in that effort of dedication and doing the research and understanding the facts behind it, I realized how much of an impact it can make. So I believe that drinking water and creating habits are both things that go hand in hand, and without one or the other, it's very difficult to kind of get into the routine. So I think before anyone else goes on this journey of drinking water, it's important that we kind of understand the importance of creating a habit. So learn how to create a habit first, how to kind of break out of the habit, and also understand that everyone's definition of water intake is going to be different from yours. I could not do 8 water bottles a day because my body could not handle it. And that isn't necessarily wrong. It just means that you're different from everyone else. So just like habit forming is different from everybody else, so is drinking water. Anyway, so I really hope that this is something that inspires you all to kind of go on a journey of hydration, and hopefully you see the benefits from it as well. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye!